What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Miami Sports Network. And today, you see it by the title, is Jarvis Landry still a Miami Dolphin mentally? Now, I have a bunch of stuff written down right here, and it's a bunch of topics. It's basically a page and about a half of topics specifically on, is Jarvis Landry still a Miami Dolphin mentally? Now, this video was supposed to go out yesterday, but I was studying for a midterm last night, and I didn't want to stop. I was trying to be focused 100%, so I didn't put it out. Today, after midterm, I started to continue to jot down some notes, and it got a little longer than yesterday. So, I think it'll be a better video. Sometimes maybe it's a little better you wait. But, here we go, and I'm going to try to bring this down a little bit so it's not completely messed up. But, these are my points on, is Jarvis Landry still a Miami Dolphin mentally? And my answer to that is no. So, all right, here's point A. Point A I put down, he said he looks uninterested in the game. And I don't know if you guys have noticed it either. Like I said, I mentioned it in my video. I put it out in a tweet saying I don't think that he's still mentally a Miami Dolphin. I think he's checked out. And for any of you guys who have worked, or if you're a senior going on to college, senioritis is basically being checked out. Now, what I mean by that is, take it as being checked out of a room. Once you check out of your room, you're gone. Think of it as you're gone. You're checked out. You're out. Not it. I don't think it really needs any more explanation there. He looks checked out. He looks like he's uninterested in the game. I think he's no longer mentally a Miami Dolphin, and it sucks. So that goes into the second one. He's not playing with the same emotion and fire that the Jarvis Landry of 3 years past had played with. And I don't know if anyone else has really noticed this, but this has been a huge one for me, is it seems like he really isn't playing with the same passion and emotion that he used to. And I get that you can be fed up with your quarterback, but that goes into C. He's constantly into fits on the sideline, or just all of it ties into each other. All of these 3 points tie into him just being uninterested in the game, being checked out, being not playing with the same heart that we usually see him playing with. I mean, we saw it towards the end of the game on Sunday when the ball started to move and the offense started to groove and stuff like that. But I haven't seen the same Jarvis Landry on the field. And just on the field in general, I haven't seen the same Jarvis Landry. It doesn't look like the same player. The next question I had is, could he be traded at the deadline? And my answer to that is yes. I think now it's possible. You know, if you asked me during the summer, I put out, is Jarvis Landry expendable? And I said, yeah, he's expendable, but for the right price. And would I trade him? No. But now, unless something changes in the next week or two, I'd consider it. And it's not because Devontae Parker is coming on or not. That doesn't matter. It's just pure value. I think, like I said, the lack of interest and probably not going to get an extension from the Dolphins anytime soon. I think he's a huge candidate for a trade deadline, big trade, blockbuster trade. When it goes into possible trade partners, now this one I think is really interesting, and I'm going to try to dive into each one. I have 3 trade partners down here. I'm going to try to get into each one and try to explain every single thing. So the first one I have is Seattle, maybe. And the reason why I have Seattle, maybe, I have 3 points. Point A is the Dolphins no longer have a technical need at corner. I mean, a Jarvis for Richard Sherman trade could be huge. Maybe a swap of fists or something like that, or a swap of force could be something that you see there. But it's just, that's why I put the maybe. It seems like it could be a possibility. You add another weapon for Russell Wilson. After trading Jermaine Kearse, you bring some offense that you need. And you've already been willing in the past to give up Richard Sherman. You give up a big contract. You might have to sign a guy to a big contract, but you get a very talented player. My next one was Seattle wants defense, and that's why I keep saying maybe, because Seattle is all about defense. I mean, they traded away Jermaine Kearse for Sheldon Richardson, And what have you heard from Sheldon Richardson lately? But what have you heard from Jermaine Curse? He's been playing well with the Jets. Point C on this one is maybe they want Jarvis. I don't think it's a huge possibility that they do, but maybe. I mean, it's interesting to me, that one. And I put down on a side note that they could offer corners, linebackers, or picks. And each one, that's 1, 2, and 3 of the value that they could offer the Dolphins. Then we go into team number 2. And this one, I think a lot of people might agree with in terms of a trade partner, but wouldn't want to see necessarily. And that's the New York Giants. Point A, they lost Odell for the season. Point B, they lost 4 wide receivers on Sunday. 3 of them out for the year. Point C, next year, if you decide to franchise him or give him an extension, you pair him with Odell Beckham Jr., maybe you have a high pick, you get a nice young quarterback. That could be a talented team. What I decided that they could offer, what did I think that they could offer to the Dolphins? I said picks, corners, and that's it. Picks and corners. I mean, that's the only thing I could see possible, because it just seems like, even with corners, I mean, unless they give up like DRC, which they're not going to do, or unless they give up Eli Apple, which I still think would be a no, and I don't think the Dolphins would even take Eli Apple. I have possible trade scenarios, so I'll go over that. My next one, which I think is very interesting, especially now that AP was traded to the Cardinals. Larry Fitz, probably gone soon. You add a weapon for Carson Palmer along with Larry Fitz, and they have good wide receivers, but you add a Jarvis Landry with Larry Fitz, and now you're probably going to have a guy to get your running game going in Adrian Peterson. That helps. It helps your offense a lot, and for an offense that hasn't been too great, it could be a boost. I put that they could offer picks, corners, or safeties. That's what I would probably accept if I was the Dolphins. I'm not a general manager, but what trade would I accept if I was a general manager? I put down 2 realistic scenarios in my mind. Dolphins send Jarvis Landry and a future 5th rounder to Seattle for either a 2017 first rounder and a 2017 second rounder, or a 2017 second rounder and a 2018 first or third. I know that seems like a lot, but I feel like the exchange of a 5th adds a little bit. Also, I just feel honestly like Jarvis has too much value in my mind, if that makes any sense to you guys. Then from New York, Dolphins send Jarvis Landry and a future 4th round pick. And the Giants send a 2017 first, a 2017 second. Now, I know it's a little bit more, but I feel like the Giants aren't going to want to give up that 2017. So my second one was a 2017 second and a 2018 first in exchange for a future 4th. Now for the Cardinals, my trade option was Dolphins send Jarvis Landry and a future 3rd round pick for Deion Buchanan and a 2017 second round pick. That's probably, in my idea, the best trade that I would personally take. But picks are picks. Like I said, I'm not a general manager. I don't really know anything about how trades work in the NFL, if I want to be perfectly honest with you guys. I mean, let's be real, none of us kind of do. But criticize it all you want. It's my opinion. And I think it's a little bit interesting. I think it's interesting to see what scenarios could happen. Now, he's not going to New England. Not going to New England. Michael Lombardi, shut up. All right. But I don't know. And it's just interesting. It's interesting to me. I thought it could be interesting to you guys. I know it's a little bit of a longer video, and I know it's a little bit more of an interesting video, probably, which is what I want to do. I want to give you guys longer, more interesting videos where I kind of plot it out and go through it. But yeah, hope you guys did very much enjoy. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys comment down below your thoughts on if Jarvis Landry could be traded, and if he could to, what would you guys accept, and where could you see him going? Peace.